I think differently now. Not smarter. Different. And it's because of an AI system I wasn't supposed to rely on. I didn't notice it at first. It was subtle. Like changing the font on your phone and suddenly everything feels off. But after 30 days, something weird happened. I stopped starting thoughts the way I used to, and that scared me. So here's what I did. I built a simple AI workflow to assist my thinking, not to replace me, just to help me decide faster. Tiny choices. What to work on, how to respond, how to plan my day. I thought it would save time. It did. But it also started rewiring how my brain works. And most people using AI right now have no idea this is happening to them too. At first, it felt amazing. Less friction, less overthinking, less staring at the ceiling at 1 a.m. I'd ask, what should I focus on right now? It would scan my goals, deadlines, energy level, then give me one clear move. No debate, no mental tug of war, just action. And my brain loved it. Because decision-making is expensive. Your brain burns energy when choosing. AI was removing that cost. So naturally, I used it more. But here's the part I didn't expect. The more decisions it made with me, the less I practiced making them alone. And I didn't realize that until one specific moment. A moment that honestly freaked me out. I'll tell you what happened in a second. There's a term for this. Cognitive offloading. It's when you use tools to store or process thinking outside your brain, like using GPS instead of remembering directions, or your phone instead of remembering numbers. AI is cognitive offloading on steroids. It doesn't just store information, it helps you think. And that's where things shift. Because your brain is efficient if something else is doing the work. It stops training that skill. Use GPS long enough, your natural sense of direction gets worse. Use AI to structure your thoughts long enough, you might stop structuring them yourself. Not because you're lazy, because your brain adapts. Here's what happened. I sat down to plan my week. No AI, just me and a notebook. And I froze. Not because I had nothing to do, but because I couldn't feel which task mattered most. I used to sense it. Urgency, weight, priority. But now I was waiting for a suggestion, a ranking, a nudge. My brain had gotten used to an external second mind. That's when it clicked. This tool wasn't just helping me think. It was changing how I think. But here's the twist. That wasn't entirely a bad thing. Because while one mental muscle got weaker, another one got insanely strong. And that's the part nobody talks about. As I used AI more, I noticed a new habit forming. Instead of trying to solve everything in my head, I started asking better questions, clearer questions, sharper questions. Because AI output is only as good as your input. So my brain shifted from figure this out to how do I frame this problem well? That's a higher level skill. Less grinding, more directing. Less carrying bricks, more being the architect. I wasn't thinking less. I was thinking differently. More like a strategist, less like a calculator. But here's the danger. If you only use AI to decide for you, your brain can drift into passive mode. You start consuming answers instead of generating thoughts. And over time, that can shrink. Your tolerance for uncertainty, your ability to sit with confusion, your patience for slow thinking, those are deep thinking muscles. And they only grow under resistance. AI removes resistance, which feels good. But comfort doesn't build cognitive strength. So I ran an experiment. I changed how I used AI, and within 2 weeks, my focus, clarity, and creativity actually improved past my old baseline. Here's exactly what I did. I made 3 rules. Rule 1, AI can suggest, not decide. It gives options. I make the final call, even if it's slower. That keeps my decision muscles active. Rule 2, think first, ask second. Before I prompt AI, I write my own rough answer. Then I compare. This turns AI into a sparring partner. Not a crutch. Rule 3, 1 no AI block per day. Deep work. No tools, just brain. At first it felt hard. That was the point. Mental friction is training. Now something interesting happens. When I face a problem, I feel two gears. Gear 1, slow, human, messy thinking. Gear 2, structured AI-assisted refinement. I switch between them on purpose, and that makes me sharper than before. Because I'm not outsourcing thinking, I'm extending it. Like using a calculator after learning math. Not instead of learning math. This is the real shift AI is creating. Not just faster work, not just automation, but a new kind of mind. People who only consume AI answers will get mentally softer. People who use AI to challenge, refine, and expand their thinking will get mentally sharper. Same tool, different outcome. So yes, this AI system changed how my brain works. It almost made me dependent. Then it made me better than before. The difference wasn't the technology. It was the rules I followed. And if you're using AI every day, even casually, your brain is changing too. The only question is, are you training it or slowly letting it atrophy? Because the future won't belong to people who think less. It'll belong to people who know exactly when to think and when to make an I think with them. And that's a skill most people haven't realized they need to build yet. In the next video, I'll show you the exact prompt system I use to make AI sharpen my thinking instead of replace it. Because the tool isn't the advantage,